I saw this video from a girl who used to run a channel as a child through her mother.
This is how my mom exploited me for money as a child and simultaneously subjected me to years of verbal, financial, and of course, physical abuse. My own mother decided to log into this account using my brother's iPad, which used to be mine, which is why the account was on there, and decided to wipe every single video that I had on this channel, including the ones that weren't related to this topic or her. So I'm talking about this yet again and filling you guys in on everything without the sugar-coated, what I thought was respectful language that I used in the last video that got taken down. My mom and I have always had a rocky relationship, and it just got worse and worse as the years went on. In 2016, I finally had permission to make a YouTube channel called Jessalyn Grace. I posted consistently thanks to the help of my mom and reached 1.5 million subscribers in 2018, which is when I hit my peak.
I'm pausing for a second because she had them big old braids that took up half her face. She got to be like 13, 12 in that. 1.5 mil subscribers at that age would have fucked me up.
1.5 at my big age fucked me up.
In doing YouTube, I had to deal with years of verbal abuse and sometimes physical abuse whenever I would make a video. My mom controlled what I posted and what I would say on camera. Everything had to be perfect and fake. If I misspoke, said the wrong line, or made the wrong face, she would scream and shout at me. And I was 11 getting called a fucking bitch because I wasn't able to say things correctly on camera after being fed lines of words 2 minutes before the camera would roll. I honestly had no concept of the money I was earning, how much things I showed on camera costs, and the random designer goods that would appear in the closet. I also didn't know that only a fraction of it was going towards my savings, my college fund. And the fact that my mom was behind the wipes at both of my channels, knowing that they were my only sources of income, is insane. I am a self-supporting college student receiving no financial help from someone who had me as their sole provider for years. My mom's a spender. I'm sure most of my income went into her extensive handbag collection, as you can see here. The account is now private, but these screenshots are from that account. Again, very extensive collection. Now she spends her time purchasing Labubus and handbags for her Labubus. I'll hide that account for her sake, so you guys don't harass it, but here are the screenshots of that. It's funny that she was able to spend so much money on handbags, clothes, furniture, but when it came to setting me up for financial success, we were suddenly not doing so well.
Someone said, how is this any of our business? And it really just comes down to, this is like a violation of labor laws, I'm almost certain. You know, there's a reason why if you're a child actor, there are mandated things that you can and can't do, how much time you have to spend at school studying. The reason why we put these protections in place is because we can't always count on parents to protect their own kids when they become the main source of income that the parents can oftentimes never dream of. And it's important. It's important because if you don't, you end up dealing with exploitation. Parents can fuck up their kids. And just because they're the parent doesn't mean society should stand by and watch. The idea that someone can force their kid to work or make their kid work, have them do things the exact type of way, and some of that is not mandated to be an X amount towards the kid's well-being, or they're basically just forcing somebody to work and then keeping vast majority for themselves. I don't know. If you do that, if you do that as an adult, let me just think here.
What happens?
No, I'm almost certain if I employ someone at my job with mandated hours, and I'm like, have some kind of leverage over them, whatever it is, and I'm not paying them, yeah, they can definitely take me to court for labor laws, yeah.
That's a pimp without the. You're taking all the money.
Yep. I've noticed this trend with like all the family content creators and the people who heavily feature kids. The reason why I've always felt very uncomfortable with it is that a parent's job should be to advocate for their children first. The issue becomes the child becomes the way the whole family eats. Well, at some point, there's going to be a conflict. At some point, the child's needs are going to interfere with the money. And I don't trust most adults to make a good decision. And I think we've seen from most content creators who happen to be kids who run these kind of channels that they were often pressured.
And what about the close to 80 grand wedding you chose to throw while having an affair? She left my father in 2021, was cheating on him with her high school classmate who was also my stepdad, and I knew about this affair before my parents decided to drop thousands and thousands of my earnings on a grand wedding. My stepdad was invited to and showed up to it while being in a relationship with my mom.
I'm almost out of coffee. Can I get some tea, please?
What the?
Did you not just get enough?
My girl just grabbed a flamethrower and set the whole bitch on fire. I mean, we were talking, but that's nasty.
She slid that shit in like nothing.
80 grand wedding while you cheating, and you invite the man you cheating with to the wedding, and your kid knows. Ooh.
God, dope.
And yet you still have the audacity to say that I'm being brainwashed, I'm being fed lies, that I'm lying. So here's how the rest of the video is going to go, along with some screenshots and other receipts. Should have left me alone, left my content alone, and I wouldn't have to resort to this. But it is, so that's just the consequences of your actions. And I remember you were always such a big believer in karma. When I was bedridden for 2 weeks, I couldn't stand up without fainting. I had a persistent fever, I couldn't eat on my own, and I couldn't function and get out of bed. You were angry at me the whole time.
She wrote, you should really think about what's more important or have more consideration towards people you should value more than your friends. You really have no conscience at all. Clean and organized your stuff. I should have never said you can go, but I was feeling sorry for you. Obviously, you don't deserve it because after that talk, there was no feeling of apology or any remorse from you. And she replies, because you weren't listening to me. Listening to you, quote, you thinking I was mad at you because you are sick? That's your reason? Have more common sense, Jessa. The last person you should ever ask is Abba. You need to come straight to me. You can definitely ask me. And then she replies, so you could yell at me? I asked because you didn't even tell me why you were mad, just got mad at me. So it's better for you to avoid the issue then, not care about why your mom all of a sudden isn't talking to you, not care about what you might have done. All you do is yell at me. I didn't want to hear it, and I thought you were mad because I was sick, so that's why I didn't say anything. They asked me for the caption and photos after I got out of the ER. I just sent in whatever wrote as a caption. No, think about what you should have done and be mature from now on. You don't ignore your mom's feelings and assuming otherwise.
That is good old immigrant guilt trip. The finest, my God. You could taste it. It's wonderful.
I will say nothing in these texts really screams anything to me. What do you read into it?
I'm biased.
Fair. You know, we love it. We love a self-aware king.
I'm biased.
All right.
I'm like, I can see where this goes. Because she's talking about, I just got out of the ER, and you're not even talking about that. No, think about what you did. But we don't know.
I always ask you what's wrong, especially if I feel something is bothering you. Common sense and gratitude, work on it, Jessa. Wait. Okay, I'm sorry, but I don't know why you didn't say anything. I was sick, and the caption and pictures were sent in a month prior. I forgot she even asked me for them. You should have tried to figure it out, but again, you don't care enough to... Ooh, these are weird texts.
Manipulation.
Yes, you should have tried to figure it out, but again, you don't care enough or value me enough to even try to find out. Like, even in a dating context, this would be a weird text. I'm like, just tell me if you have an issue. This whole, like, you don't even care to even find out to be like, but this is a grown-ass woman talking to a kid, so it's exponentially
it's the
worse.
mom. It's the mom.
Use your words. Ain't that what you always say?
Use your words.
Go ahead, tell him.
Use your goddamn words.
Yeah.
And you're the one that's supposed to give this kid, like, tell this kid how to live. Well, you know what? Compassion, you should use it. How about you show me, bitch? How about you show me? Well, you're supposed to care about your mom's feelings. I just got on this hearth. I don't know shit about fuck. You should tell me.
But obviously, you won't have any remorse with me. That you care so much about what they'll think of you lies because no matter how many times or apologies or tell you that I didn't do any of that intentionally, you're still mad at me and you're still going to yell at me. So there's no point. I can just never please you. Girl, I feel like you and I might have dated the same person. I know it's your mom, but I definitely been there. She goes, Jesse, I really think you will never understand. This is definitely selfish talk right here. It's okay. Maybe later on in life, you'll eventually learn this is on your own and not try to always be filled with excuses for yourself. Ask yourself this. After seeing your mom cry, you still feel the need to go? Like you don't feel
Manipulation.
Yeah. Here you go, Breach. I got you. I got you.
Now I got a question. Why are you crying? Are you crying to make me feel bad? You see me cry, you don't say nothing? Oh my God.
Since I value family, it bothers me. Ask your friends this and see what their responses are.
Oh my days.
Yeah, definitely very manipulative. These texts are crazy. The first batch I'll land, these ones are wild.
And turns out you were mad at this Instagram post.
Hi, I'm Jessalyn Grace, a content creator, singer, actress, full-time student, most importantly, Miss Lao San Diego. It's like some kind of pageant.
Yeah, acceptance speech. Lao pride.
Okay. So why is she mad?
You guys to read it and see if you can find anything wrong with it. The thing wrong with
You
this
didn't thank your
caption
mom.
is that
You didn't thank your mom. Where's your mom in all this? In all this, no mention of your mom. You seen your mom cry and you're not gonna mention her in her post? How inconsiderate of you.
Okay.
You make all this post about you, but your mom. Your mom is the reason why you are who you are. You're not gonna thank her? Crazy.
Yo, fighting with your kid about a social media post. This is a sickness of the highest order. That is
And we do
wild.
not want it.
the thing wrong with this caption is that I didn't thank my mom. I didn't mention her in this caption, where the director or the person making this post asked me for my experience on competing. That is why I was sick for so long, dehydrated, couldn't walk or stand up, and my mom refused to help me because of this Instagram post.
You know what makes me think of? Think of that meme where the parent breaks into their kid's room. Who told you you could be happy? Who said you had permission to smile, bitch?
Yes. Being in your teens while your mom is menopausing is wild. It's not a safe game. Nobody's safe. Everybody gets hurt. You cannot rest. God forbid you did all your chores. She's gonna find shit. I swear to God.
Whenever we would argue, it would lead to me being grounded, sometimes for months at a time. The only way I could get out of my punishment was if I showed my respect to her by posting YouTube videos. Some of the videos you guys might have watched from my old channel weren't out of free will, but to get me out of a punishment. Summer after senior year, I was getting ready to go to UC Berkeley. I had graduated from high school and had a lot of things to look forward to. My mom did not want me to go to college so far away. In fact, during the application process, she repeatedly expressed her belief that I wouldn't get into a good college, that I would be struggling in college in terms of finances.
Why? Because if you're too far, you can't make content no more. You don't make no more money. And she's gonna have to work like a normal human being.
Or some parents just like control. I've seen parents do this, and their kid got no social media, and they're not making no money.
Fair.
They just don't like their kid away.
In that case, I think it's all of the above.
During the application process, I had her write me a letter addressed to my counselor so that she could write me a letter of recommendation. My mom ultimately told me that she had nothing to write because she didn't know what good qualities I had. Once we made a trip to the Bay, so yeah, she wasn't happy when I got in. She didn't want me to leave, and she expressed that with control. My curfew was now 8 p.m. I could barely go out. I had to ask weeks in advance if I could hang out with friends, and if it was too last minute, the answer would be no.
Control.
Immigrants.
Control.
Sorry.
Then came the incident that caused me to move out. My mom's curling iron was missing one day. She assumed that either me or my sister lost it, and so we spent all day looking for it while my parents were out on a day trip. I still couldn't find the iron, so when my mom comes back, she's absolutely livid. She cussed me out, cussed my sister out, again, livid over this iron. Then she finds it in my sister's closet, broken. My sister hid it after she broke it and then lied about knowing where it was. It's stupid, yes, but my sister was also in middle school at the time. I was exhausted at this point. I'd spent all day taking care of my two siblings. It was around 1 or 2 a.m., so I went to my room.
It is crazy to give your kid a curfew and then also keep them up till 1 to 2 a.m. to parent your other kids. To me, there's just something funny about that. This mom, just the more you hear about her. Now, of course, to be fair, we're hearing only the story from her perspective, and there's a lot there. But the more you listen, the more you hear, the more, I'm telling y'all, we need stricter laws about child working.
She started yelling about how I had no respect, and I was fed up, and I was really tired, so I argued back. And when I did, she proceeded to slap me, shove me, and scream. I told her she couldn't hit me anymore because I'm 18. Then she grabbed this wooden mallet, as seen in the photo, and tried swinging at me with it.
How do I know what this is? This is it's a mortar. Whenever you have all the garlic and you want to make something good, you put the garlic, you put all that, and then you bruv.
I didn't tell them I was leaving. I just left, which is why she's blown up these last few months and has done anything in her power to make my life harder. Honestly, it's just really annoying to deal with. Also, here are the messages she sent me the morning she found out I left. Not really concerned, just angry. Needed me to watch my brother, didn't really care. After I made the video that got taken down, she made this written.
I'm aware of what's been circulating on social media concerning my daughter. As you all may have seen and heard, Jessa has confirmed that she chose to run away from home as soon as she did turn 18. I remained silent, with no response to the first video she put on social media. Regardless of speculation, the criticism, public scrutiny, I still choose to remain silent on behalf of my daughter. as she is a public figure. As her mom, I felt that I had a duty to protect my child and continue to uphold her image, as I have always done so. I've tried my best to guide and protect her. This time, I need to protect myself for the sake of my family and my 2 kids I still have to care for. These allegations are a serious matter. The false narrative, dialogue to tarnish my character and integrity is detrimental. We have close family and friends, Jessalyn's siblings, who can attest to the truth on my behalf. I'm unsure if my daughter has been persuaded, enabled, and aided to do what she's doing. She's been misguided, praised, and supported for her actions by peers and adults. I'm concerned for her safety in this matter, and as she is still an impressionable teen with a vulnerable state of mind, I'm asking for prayers and support for us in hopes that Jessalyn will have clarity and realize the importance of having family values. I hope that she knows, no matter what, I am still her mom who genuinely loves her.
Why did you take down every single post about me? Why did you take down the post of me in front of a Beamer that you bought with my earnings and pretend that you got it for me? You literally wrote on the caption, "Because she deserves it." And yet I was never allowed to drive. I had to ask friends and classmates for rides back home from school.
Just watching this, the thing that really strikes me about her tone is you can see she's just tired. She is tired.
The lack of emotion, yeah, she's fed up with it. She's done.
And for your child to be there when you're the parent is nutty. So she's been through it for a hot minute.
I don't think she's capping. There's something very genuine about how she felt. There's some things that I've felt that I've lived. That was the gluten-free version. When people understand what the social media does and what the opportunities that you could have with social media, and you could get attraction, I can understand that people are going to take advantage. When I saw cameras following the Osborne family, I was like, these are kids. Yeah, Sharon and Ozzy, they're adults, but I would not be able to imagine myself at that age having cameras following me around all the time, shaming me because I don't do my room and then being turned into content. You have the responsibility of the well-being of the rest of your family at a young age. Like, you're the parent, you're the one that's supposed to make the job or whatever, or do the job, I have the money, whatever. Now I'm that. And I can't say nothing because you have that authority of being my mom.
I had to Google her, and she clapping back. Deactivated my social accounts 3 weeks ago to practice self-isolation. Ended up getting accused with more shit. I'm sorry. Just like grown-ass parents talking like Gen Zers or like even just millennials is just weird to me.
But how old do you think she is? She's probably our age. Like, we're old enough to be her father.
Yeah, you're your age for sure. Below is the college recommendation letter. She says, I did not write for her. I have receipts of everything too. Let's be real. Your girl was not Macaulay Culkin, okay, we getting a little, we do some things with this, okay? And she was not the only source of income for our family either. Who built up her channel? Who paid for all those hauls that gained millions of views? Vacation vlogs? Who managed her channel, filmed and edited while juggling everything? Especially with the special needs child. The sleepless nights putting in time and effort while neglecting my own YouTube channel to focus on hers. Mom, you should have focused on your own content. I could tell you got bars. This is so embarrassing that my own daughter is doing this to me. Yeah. The accusation of an affair is beyond wild as well. And no, Bo was not at the wedding either. Whoever went, please tell her that it was not just me and her living in our home. So why wasn't CPS called out? Where's the evidence of that verbal and physical? Put yourself in my shoes for once. Enough is enough. This is like the 4th video she's released, and it's defamatory. It's never ending, bringing upon unnecessary drama and cyberbullying to me, her own mom. I'm humiliated and beyond livid. At an early age, Jessalyn was so advanced with every milestone. She has never ceased to amaze us with her extraordinary talents, skills that we realize that a child her age wouldn't commonly have. Okay, so I guess she's showcasing that she did write the letter that her daughter claimed. So, point to her. She made a claim, she rebutted. Now, there might be more context, but I do think it's important to be fair. The text messages telling me not to look for her. This is to show that I was worried in looking for her after realizing later that she ran away. The screenshot Jessa shared on her channel and her claims of not caring did not show the entire conversation, just parts she wanted to see taken out of context. Hi, I'm a friend of Jessa. She asked me to send this to you. This is Jessa. I'm safe. I'm not with a friend. I'm not pregnant. I'm not with Andrew. I'm not on antidepressants, and I'm not dropping out of Berkeley. This isn't my number. It is my friend since my line was shut off. I'm an adult now, and I'd like to be treated like one. Please stop going door to door. And my friends, when I'm ready to talk, I will reach out to you. I left a note for a reason, and I meant it. When I said we need distance, take down the missing persons report. I'm not missing, I left. And then mom replies, please relay this to Jessa. I will respect your wishes, but I need to hear it straight from you.
Mama was looking for you.
I deserve the explanation verbally. This will give me closure. After that, you can go on with your life.
Also, here are the messages she sent me the morning she found out I left. Not really concerned, just angry.
I mean, to mom's defense, if you already said don't look for me, don't ask, don't ask, then you can't be saying, well, she didn't look for me. No, you asked her not to.
The text that we're seeing here is concern that she had afterwards, after she found out this shit was official, and she started contacting people to try to find her. The initial message that we see in that video, that's what she first sent. So she's talking about the first time she found out, she's like, I got a dentist appointment. How you going to do this to me?
Gotcha.
Later on that evening, or maybe the day after, that's when she sent this shit.
Gotcha.
Okay?
Yeah, because it's now 8:54 p.m.
Yeah. Jessa, did you go again, and why is your tracking turned off? I left, I don't know how long. I'll be gone before you freak out, call the cops, or blow up my phone, demanding me to come back. Read this all the way, please. Yesterday, I had one of the worst painful experiences. It looks like this is the exact same. Yeah, this is it. So the text here, you see this painful experiences is the exact same text here. So what I said is what happened.
Yeah. Damn, Abba.
That hurt. Here's the timeline, guys. Ready? So the night before, seems like everything's fine according to the mom. The morning comes around, this girl disappears. She knows she disappears because she's trying to track her. Can't find her. When that happens, she starts texting her. Jess, did you go again? Why is your tracking turned off? So that's the morning of, before her disappearance. Yeah. So she's saying that she left because she couldn't handle the situation at home anymore. But the text message I'm reading now, once you extend it, makes it sound like it's about her boyfriend. Yesterday I had one of the most painful experiences of my very privileged silver spoon-fed life. Andrew and I became close throughout the weeks, and eventually we started having romantic feelings again. What started off as a casual fling turned into what felt like a serious relationship again. That false sense of stability led me to believe he actually wanted a relationship. In reality, he never did. Despite any and all signs that hinting at a possibility of starting again in the future, he never wanted something nor saw us having any future.
That is probably the reason what she said at first to her mom. I left because, and then you just say just a part of the truth. You're like, I left because I had an experience with my boyfriend and this and that and that. And then she keeps blowing up the phone and you're like, you know what? I left because whatever.
No. I'm going to say it does look a little bit deceptive on the part of the daughter. And the reason why is she's making it sound like her mom didn't care for her being gone or whatever. But it sounded like she didn't tell her mom she left necessarily because of their issues. She told her mom she left because of whatever she got going on with Andrew. And then in the evening, and the reason why that's important is when she shows that text, I'm leaving. The first thing you're thinking like, okay, mom's gonna care. But her mom's like, you're being selfish. I have a dentist appointment. Why? Because her mom's like, you left because you got problems with your boyfriend?
You got to be with your brother. I got a dentist appointment.
Right.
You're flipping it.
Right. So the way that it was framed originally, at least in that video, is it's about like, my mom doesn't care that I left home because of all of her. But when you see the full message, she only mentions the boyfriend part. Am I tripping?
You're not tripping.
Why is she not allowed to drive her new car? Here's what happened. When Jess got her new car, it was already the second semester, and she did not get a parking permit. Her school is situated on a college campus, and at the time, she was irresponsible and kept randomly leaving campus and did not care to inform me of her whereabouts. She did not care to gain the trust back that she broke with us. It all started when she snuck her boyfriend in her room in the middle of the night, and I happened to walk in on them. A couple weeks after came the overseas school trip to Costa Rica. She spent her birthday week there, and apparently during the trip, she went to her boyfriend's hotel room where rumors then started circulating on campus after the trip that he had kicked his roommates out so they can have some adult behavior. Confirmed by several who witnessed it. I tried hard to steer her in the right direction as she is a public figure and had an image to uphold, and that is why her car privilege was taken away. She started to plant seeds amongst her peers and their parents and portraying that I was I had no idea she was plotting to run away. The parents and friends would come to her aid as if they needed to protect her from me. I think with the added context, it does paint a little bit of a different picture than the girl initially said. And I'll say, whenever you're hearing a story, someone's always going to generally offer up details that favor their side, and I'm not mad at that entirely. I just think sometimes when you frame a conversation one way, and then I can read the full text and it looks very different, that does feel a little insidious. I think overall, it sounds like there probably was some measure of child exploitation. Who knows? I would love to see the accounts. You know what I mean? If you want to holler at your boy, be like, yo, this is the money that was made. This is how much I received. That to me will tell me everything.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay? Numbers don't lie. At the end of the day, what went into your account, what came out, that's real. And I think any parent worth half their shit from a 1.5 milli channel,
Bro,
if half ain't going to the kid, I'm sus on you.
that's a lot.
If half ain't going to the, I don't care if you're the manager, the editor, all that shit. If half ain't going to the kid, either in some kind of savings or whatever it is, I'm sus on you. So I'll say that from a financial standpoint, and I'm just gonna be curious to see what unfolds.
When we talking about the accounts, you're like, yeah, whatever. It went to an account, so we're good. Like you're extending the way the mom is explaining herself. She's extending on just certain parts. Part where Jessa left. Okay, there's a lot more stuff that was said. There's more things that we need to see in order to see who's in the wrong.
I'm gonna say the car part makes her also look bad. She made it sound like, oh, you got me this car that I could never drive.
Yeah.
But then the other mom's story is also one that sounds very bad. Like
Fair.
if you live in my house and you sneak some boy in so y'all can fuck, we gonna have some problems. You know, especially when you underage and he overage, and I understand the difference, whatever, but like, you know, there's certain behaviors that she's describing that,
Sure.
if were true, makes her behavior explainable. And I say all this to
100%.
say, a lot of stuff was framed a specific type of way, and with more added context, you're like, it doesn't look crazy like you described. And my main issue, at least with the text message thread, is when you read that full message, it does look weird.
It does.
How she framed it.
I concur.
Because I don't think the mom's reaction to that message when she read it was that crazy. When I see you're able to like kind of misrepresent that portion of the convo, then it makes me put into question the other stuff that you said. Because like even when you read it in its entirety, if you'd have presented it as it was, I don't think it would have looked that way.
We don't have enough evidence to be like, I'll take back what I said.
I'll say it sounds like
My
there's
bad
still some
for
very real
talking about
problems. And, you know, I still feel the same way I feel about regards to like YouTube creators and their kids and all that.
It's extra weird that you do all that content for all those years and then you got nothing when you're 18. Super weird. It's exactly like a child actor.
Yeah. I'll say my final points, there's one or two parts that I thought was interesting. She never denied deleting the content, which I thought was wild. She never, one line she says, I should have spent more time running my YouTube channel instead of investing in yours. And to me, like, there's something that sounds so fucking bitter about that you have a kid and they're fucking blowing up with millions of subs and your social media going nowhere. You could probably imagine this lady got a little bit of resentment in that regard.
Sure.
I think when your kid pays the bills, it's always awkward. Especially when that kid got braces, it's even weirder. It is. Get the government involved. That's what I'll say on that. If she took the money or if it didn't go to you, that will tell me everything. Because when you have that kind of control, you can do whatever the fuck you want with the cash. People who are truly for themselves or incredibly greedy will do that. And that's all I need to know. When you're working with someone who's got good business ethics, it doesn't matter how much you might fuck them over or whatever it is, they're going to give you your cash because that's what the split is. It is what it is.
Remember like back in 2016, 2015, I think there was a kid that was making millions. The only thing he was doing, he was playing with toys. I was unboxing toys and he was just playing with it and it was a huge following. I don't know where that kid is now. But if that kid turns 18 and you tell me he has nothing.
I remember that kid, Ryan's Toys and all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
40 million subscribers.
That's what I'm saying.
That kid was
if
crazy
he got
popular.
nothing.
I doubt he got nothing, but even, it's not about nothing. Because even if you give a kid 10%, that might be millions, but it might not be what he's deserved. Because you put in all that labor.
100%.
So